the Met Gala. My favourite best and worst looks of all time, facts that will surprise you, and the most controversial moments ever. Hello everybody, and a warm welcome back to my channel. My name is Miranda Holder, I'm a celebrity stylist and your feel-good fashion coach, and I could not let this week go by without chatting about the Met Gala. It is an epic fashion moment, and if you've wondered what all the fuss is about with the Met Gala, why the outfits are so crazy, you want to see more of these incredible looks, and you want to hear about the most controversial moments in the Met Gala history, you need to stick around because we've got it all going on for you right here, right now. The Met Gala stands for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute Gala. It was founded in 1948 by a New York publicist called Eleanor Lambert as a fundraising event for the Costume Institute's annual spring exhibition, which had just started. Tickets at the time were just $50 each, which is a very long way off the rumoured £50,000 that they're supposed to cost each today. These days, it's run by Anna Wintour, editor-in-chief of American Vogue and probably the most influential figure in fashion across the world, so a very important person. She has made it more commercial over the years, inviting not only the great and good of the fashion industry, but also lots of celebrities as well. She manages the guest list with an eagle eye and is very particular about where everyone seats. The seating plan is super important because not only is it a great party, it's also an amazing networking event, and many business deals get made or broken at the Met Gala. So the Met Gala takes place on every first Monday of May. It consists of that very iconic red carpet photo call on the Met Museum steps. Then there's drinks, dinner, and dancing. Outfits are planned weeks, if not months in advance. It really is the highlight of the fashion calendar and an absolute showcase for the designers to really illustrate their talent, their craftsmanship, and their innovation. It's not called the greatest couture show on earth for no reason. So every year the Met Gala has a theme which corresponds with the theme of the spring exhibition that year as well. This year it's being held in honour of the iconic late Karl Lagerfeld, an incredible pioneering fashion designer and close friend of Anna Wintour. The official title is Karl Lagerfeld, A Line of Beauty. Other themes have included the Gilded Age, China, fashion in the age of technology, costumes of India, the work of Yves Saint Laurent, and so much more. Some years it's harder than others to interpret the theme. That's where it gets challenging and frankly interesting. And really, it's the only red carpet event in the world that focuses on directional fashion rather than putting people in the most flattering outfits. And what I mean by that is that fashion is essentially an art form. That's where it all starts. It's art by its very nature embraces the weird and the wonderful, which is why you go to a runway show and you can often see the most incredible but very unwearable creations walking down the runway, and people sort of come away and are flummoxed and think, well, I'll never wear that. Actually, that's not what that's about. For wearing things, you need to look at a ready-to-wear collection on the catwalk. But when you go and see these incredible theatrical moments, that's simply the design house, if you like, flexing its creative muscles and showing us what they are capable of. And the Met Gala is exactly the same. To showcase the designer's work, it's incredibly innovative, it's boundary pushing, and these days it's all about getting the media's attention. So I'm going to share some very surprising and interesting facts about the Met Gala in just a moment. But before we do, let's dig into some of my favourite looks of all time. First of all, we have the beautiful Blake Lively. Now, she's always one to watch. She always looks stunning. I think one of my favourite years for her ever was 2018 when she wore Versace. This gown took over 600 hours to make thanks to its extensive beading. The theme for the whole gala at the time was heavenly bodies, so fashion and Catholic imagination. And I think they've really captured the essence of that here. I love the contrast of the fitted bodice and that huge, magnificent skirt. Again, the pale gold beading against that beautiful crimson gown. And then finally the headdress, which is quite reminiscent really of the Statue of Liberty. I think it's meant to be more of a Catholic nod, but to me that's what it says. It's just incredible, and Blake carries the whole thing off and looks amazing. Then we have Rihanna. Now, Rihanna is definitely another one to watch. She knows how to make an entrance, and she really did the year it was a China theme. This was in 2015, and the theme was officially called China Through the Looking Glass. Rihanna worked with a Chinese fashion designer called Guo Pai, and I apologize if I haven't pronounced that correctly, but they created this fantastic bright canary yellow, huge outfit with the most beautiful train, as you can see. She really stole the show. There were reports of Rihanna worrying before she got out of the taxi because she felt like a clown, she felt silly. Apparently she drove around the block 3 times because she was too nervous to get out and was worried she wouldn't carry this look off. But she does. The designer famously said that only a woman with the confidence of a queen would be able to carry off this look, and I think Rihanna does it just perfectly. What's also brilliant is this look then inspired lots of different memes, and there's a particularly famous one with a frying pan and a fried egg, which Rihanna herself apparently loved. Then we've got Victoria Beckham in 2014, and I love this for its simplicity. It is quintessential Victoria Beckham. She's wearing her own label. I think the white looks really clean and beautiful. The look is quite minimalist, and actually it just cuts through all the noise of all the flounces and ruffles and extravagance around her and looks simply beautiful, sophisticated and elegant. I think she looks fantastic. In 2010, we've got Sarah Jessica Parker wearing Halston. Now, I adore this beautiful gold lame pleated dress. The way the light catches the lame with those pleats, the movement, the fluidity. It's really gorgeous, quite 70s inspired. The theme was American women fashioning national identity. Halston, obviously a very big name over in America. It's just glorious. Something a bit different now, Anne Hathaway in 2013 wearing vintage Valentino. This dress actually dates back to 1992. The theme was punk. I particularly like this look on Anne. I actually don't like the rest of her Met Gala looks. This one I think works really well. It is edgy enough. I love the contrast of her slicked back blonde hair. That looks fantastic. And it just toughens her up a bit. Anne naturally is a very pretty, beautiful, feminine lady. And again, I love the contrast with that edginess. It's a real standout for me. 2015, Alexa Chung in Erdem. I love the colour, the simplicity. This beautiful silk gown is embroidered with Chinese flowers to fit in with the Chinese theme. It just looks beautiful. 2018, Zendaya Versace. What a work of art. I think this is absolutely incredible. Now, you might think this looks quite odd and very unusual, but to me, that is the beauty. She's literally like a walking, talking work of art in this. The designer has managed to make chainmail and armour into something utterly couture and just breathtakingly beautiful. The whole look is set off by her bob. I think it's stunning. Then we have Naomi Campbell in 1995 wearing Versace. Old school 90s pure glamour. It looks like she's made of shimmering diamonds and I love it. In 2017, Cara Delevingne made a huge statement wearing the most beautiful, striking Chanel silver suit. This demonstrated the power of monochrome, wearing head to toe one colour. It made for a very impactful look. No jewellery was needed, and actually the whole thing was topped off very ingeniously, with Cara's shaved head being painted in silver and encrusted with diamantes to finish the look. It looked amazing. And finally, probably my favourite look to date, the gorgeous Claire Danes in 2016 wearing Zac Posen. This was for the Fashion in the Age of Technology theme, and the dress was actually crafted from organza and fibre optic lights. So it really came into its own in the evening and looked absolutely spectacular in the dim lights. Okay, so before we do the craziest Met outfits ever, how about a few fascinating facts? So Anna greets every single guest personally when they arrive and when they leave. Seats are everything, and the best celebrities are spaced out evenly throughout the room. Spouses, however, are not allowed to sit together, which doesn't always go down very well. There are certain foods that are banned. Parsley, in case it gets stuck in your teeth, onions, garlic and fish because of the smell, and bruschetta, apparently, in case it spills on your outfit. Despite there being huge levels of security there, as you can imagine, most guests turn up with their own entourage, including security and bodyguards of their own. If you imagine they're often wearing thousands, if not millions of pounds worth of jewellery, this is probably a very good idea. So let's have a look at some of the craziest Met Gala looks of all time before I reveal some of the most controversial moments. The first one has got to be Kim Kardashian in head to toe black, and I literally mean head to toe black, as you couldn't even see her face. In 2021, the look was by Balenciaga and certainly caught the media's attention. It's a little bit like Marmite. I personally don't really see the point of it. The theme was very all-American, and apparently it was an oversized t-shirt. So Kim said, and Balenciaga said, well, what could be more American than wearing a t-shirt? I don't really get that personally. And apparently the whole point of covering her head or her face, even though she was wearing a full face of makeup, which doesn't really make sense, was that she could be so easily recognized because of her iconic curvaceous figure. It kind of leaves me cold, but it was a publicity stunt, which obviously worked because we're still talking about it. Katy Perry is also a lot of fun to watch at the Met Gala and does come in some outrageous looks. We've had angel wings, and then in 2019, she came dressed as a fully working chandelier. Yes, you heard that correctly. Moschino designed her outfit, which literally lit up like a Christmas tree, apparently. And if that wasn't enough, she changed for the evening party into a burger dress. Yes, I'm not off my rocker. It was a burger dress. The celebrated, iconic fashion designer Tom Ford did have a few words to say about this, though, and was a little bit put out. He criticised Katy for turning the whole affair into a fancy dress party rather than a fashion event, saying that she'd just gone too far and had basically lost the plot. I have to say, I do agree with him. I think we have lost the artistic element in this outfit, and it's just feeling a bit novelty and a bit cabaret. And then we have Cardi B, and how could you possibly ignore her? This was in 2019 when she literally brought the red carpet to the red carpet in the most enormous quilted and feathered gown by Tom Brown. She actually needed an entourage of 10 people to help her move around the event. And despite the outfit being so modest in terms of coverage, it actually had some quite saucy and suggestive embellishments that would accentuate her womanly curves. Lady Gaga is always excellent value for money in terms of a spectacle, and she's no different at the Met Gala. I think my favourite outfit for her, and probably one of the craziest, was when she turned up in 2019 in what looked like the most incredible, enormous, voluminous, bright pink cape dress. However, it wasn't just one dress, and then she gradually stripped on those steps to reveal not one outfit, but 4 different looks. So when she took off the pink cape, she then revealed a black gown, which turned into a pink gown, and then finally she stripped down to her lingerie. Apparently the designer was Brandon Maxwell. She sold it. My favourite part of her whole look was actually her lashes. I thought they were incredible. I think all I'd say as a stylist with this particular look is if you're going to go for something so outlandish, you've got to turn it into a performance art and basically carry the whole thing off with sass and attitude. And actually, you can't say that Lady Gaga didn't do that. Okay, so let's finish off on some of the most controversial Met Gala moments ever. As I mentioned earlier, not everyone gets on very well in celebrity land, and it's no different at the Met Gala. Demi Lovato very famously left abruptly in 2016 and actually ran straight into an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting because she was so distressed by the anxiety of the event, and then apparently some of the people that she was interacting with, that she felt like returning to her old habits of drink and drugs. That sounded pretty serious. Luckily, I think she was okay. On one year, George and Amal Clooney requested their own private bar. That was because they wanted to avoid a few particular other celebrities at the event. They didn't get granted their wish. Smoking is absolutely forbidden at the event. Not only are you in a very historic museum, it's also a large public area, health and safety, etc., etc. But in 2017, a few naughty celebrities gathered in the bathroom to have a cheeky fag. A photograph went all over the internet, and before you know it, they were all being absolutely slated for their immoral and reckless behaviour. I'll leave you to make your own mind up on that one. Then in 2014, there was the infamous fight in the elevator when Solange Knowles, Beyonce's sister, launched herself literally at Jay-Z in an elevator. Beyonce apparently was standing by doing absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, her sister was laying into her boyfriend pretty viciously with her handbag. The CCTV footage went on the internet. It of course went viral, and we still aren't hearing the end of it. Another controversial fashion moment was when Kim Kardashian wore Marilyn Monroe's dress that she wore to sing Happy Birthday, Mr. President to the gala in 2022. The dress was loaned to Kim Kardashian by the museum, Ripley's Believe It or Not, and Kim apparently had to very aggressively diet to fit into it. The PR story was that she was on a strict diet and lots of saunas, but it was rumoured that in reality she was having those fat loss injections that have taken over Hollywood. Either way, the dress got damaged and there's been a lawsuit following this. Pretty controversial. It was a living, breathing, iconic piece of history. Should it have been brought out again to make a reality star's big moment even bigger? I don't know. And finally, my favourite controversial Met Gala moment of all time dates back to 2014, when a very cheeky streaker wearing nothing but a chunky gold necklace and a bright pink mankini went on the rampage at the Met Gala for no less than 15 minutes. Yes, it took that long to catch him. Meanwhile, loads of fabulous photographs were taken of this moment. In England, we do love a streaker. It's all part of the fun, and I'm going to leave you with that today. I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane. I'm recording this the day before the Met Gala is going to come out. I can't wait personally to see all the fantastic fashion fun that occurs on the red carpet this time around. If you want to see my reaction to that, then please come and find me on TikTok or Instagram. It's at the Miranda Holder. You can also keep an eye on my shorts as well, because I do quicker commentary on that In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you as ever for watching, subscribing. Please turn on those notifications so you don't miss another episode. And I'd love to hear which your favourite and least favourite Met Gala looks are of all time. So do let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.